Now we're going to talk about free throws. Free throw is a huge part of the game of basketball. Games are won and lost from the free throw line. If you can make free throws, not only will it help your team win, but it will also impact how the defense plays you. If you're a great free throw shooter, they're going to play you a lot differently, a lot less aggressively than they would if you were a poor free throw shooter. When you go to the free throw line, it's vital that you have a routine. What a routine does is it helps you to focus on the shot, not on the circumstances. So when I go to the free throw line, I want to find the center of the free throw line. I go right here. I'm going to line my right foot, if I'm a right-handed shooter, right to the front of the rim or just a little bit to the right. As I line my shooting foot, my right foot up, now I want to bounce the ball, whatever routine you have. But understand this, the more motion you have on your shot, the less consistent you're going to be. So I want to bounce the basketball. Now I want to set the basketball. Make it come to a stop position. Now I can go into my shot. As I go into my shot, there's a lot of different ways. You might see people shoot it like this or like this. You can shoot it that way, but it's going to take you a lot more repetitions to get to become a good shooter. So what we want to do is limit the motion, stop it, push and reach towards the basket. Notice when we finish, we want to hold our follow-through high. Our right hand goes into the rim. We prefer not to shoot it with two hands. The more parts in the machine, the greater the chance for it to break. If I just have my right hand shooting it and my left hand be the guide, I can become a more consistent shooter, especially from the free throw line. Here are a couple things that you can do to check and work on your free throw technique. Technique is the key. So one thing we can do to make sure that your follow through and the rotation on the ball is correct is to shoot and put a line of tape, put a piece of tape around the basketball. If you're following through correctly, the tape will go almost perfectly straight. If your follow through is not correct, the ball will not, the tape will show you. The reason why this is important, especially when you shoot outside, it's the backspin that keeps the ball on course. Somebody that shoots with very little spin, the wind affects it even more. So you want to make sure that you have great backspin on the basketball, but also when that backspin is what gets the ball to bounce around. If you have side spin on the ball, it's going to hit the rim and bounce out. We want it to hit the rim and be able to bounce in. The tape shows you if you have correct backspin. Do your normal routine, and you should see that ball, the tape spins almost in a perfectly straight line. Now watch if I follow through a little bit off. The spin, notice that it hits the rim and goes off. Versus proper backspin where the ball goes in. The other thing you can do with the tape or without is to move your location to the side of the goal. Now what you're trying to do is really zero in and hit the side of the backboards. So I'm going to zero in and hit the very small side of the board. If it comes right back to me, I'm really working and honing in my skill in shooting the free throw straight. Shooting it straight is the first step in becoming a great free throw shooter. I check my backspin. That one was off a little bit. This shows you if you're shooting it straight. If it comes right back. A couple tips to help you become a more consistent and better free throw shooter.
Free throw games are a great way to improve your percentage and increase your confidence at the line. A great free throw shooter will make about 80% of their shots. A great way to see where you are and gauge where you are is to shoot 100 free throws and record how many you make out of 100. Another great thing to do is to see how many you can make in a row. So you would just shoot until you make, shoot until you miss, and then switch partners. Okay, the last free throw game that is a lot of fun is called Beat the Pro, and I would challenge you to compete against your favorite pro athlete. For me, I would be competing against Steve Nash. So as I'm at the line, if I make it in a perfect swish without hitting the rim, it's worth 2 points. If I make it but hit any part of the rim and it goes in, it counts as 0. Okay, if I miss it, the pro gets 2 points. Okay, so let's play to 5. Had a little rim, so that's 0. Okay, I missed. The pro has 2 points. I have 0. That was a perfect swish. I get 1. 1 to 2. That was probably a perfect swish. So now I have 2, pro has 2. Steve Nash has 2, I have 2. Okay, counts as 0, hit the rim.